Welcome to my channel. Have you ever wondered how the heart works, how many parts it has, and what are their functions? It affects the non-target species? What is the hidden mechanism behind continuous pumping of heart? Watch this video to get answers to the questions. This video is going to be very interesting and helpful for you. So, it is more important for you to subscribe this channel to get new videos on time. So, press the bell icon below this video. Also comment and like and share this video with your fellows. After watching this video, you will able to understand the anatomy of heart. The size of heart is equal to your fist. It is located at surface superior to diaphragm. It is present left of the midline, anterior to the vertebral column and posterior to the sternum. This picture shows the structure of heart. Position of heart is also clear from this picture from front anterior and posterior side. Pericardium is the outermost covering of heart. It is a double-walled sac around the heart. It is composed of 1. A superficial fibrous pericardium and a deep 2-layer serous pericardium. First serous layer is the parietal layer that lines the internal surface of the fibrous pericardium, while second layer is the visceral layer or epicardium that lines the surface of the heart. Both these layers are separated by the fluid-filled cavity known as pericardial cavity. Pericardium protects and anchors the heart, prevents overfilling of the heart with blood and allows for the heart to work in a relatively friction-free environment. This picture shows the difference between pericardium and myocardium. The wall of heart comprises of epicardium, which is visceral layer of the serous pericardium, the myocardium, which are the cardiac muscle layer forming the bulk of the heart, the fibrous skeleton of the heart, which consists of crisscrossing, interlacing layer of connective tissue, and the endocardium, which consists of endothelial layer of the inner myocardial surface. Let's learn about the major vessels of the heart. There are two main types of vessels. First one are the vessels returning blood to the heart, while second ones are the vessels conveying blood away from the heart. Vessels returning blood to the heart include superior and inferior venae cavae and RGHT and left pulmonary veins, while vessels that conveying blood away from the heart include pulmonary trunk, which splits into right and left pulmonary arteries and ascending aorta. It has three branches like brachiocephalic, left common carotid and subclavian arteries. Now study the vessels that supply or drain the heart. Come to know it from anterior view. These include arteries and veins. Arteries are the right and left coronary, in atrioventricular groove, marginal, circumflex, and anterior interventricular arteries, while veins are small cardiac, anterior cardiac, and great cardiac veins. This picture shows the external view of heart highlighting different arteries and veins. Let's study the major vessels of heart from posterior view. Following vessels are present on posterior side. Vessels returning blood to the heart include right and left pulmonary veins, superior and inferior venae cavae. The vessels conveying blood away from the heart include aorta and right and left pulmonary arteries. This picture shows the external view of heart from posterior side highlighting different arteries and veins. This picture shows the internal view of heart highlighting atria and ventricles and different arteries and veins. Now focus on the chambers of the heart. Human heart has 4 chambers consisting of atria and ventricles. Atria are the receiving chambers. Each atrium has a protruding auricles. Walls of atria are made up of pectinate muscles. Blood enters right atria from superior and inferior venae cavae and coronary sinus. Blood enters left atria from pulmonary veins. Ventricles are the discharging chambers. Ventricular walls are made up of papillary muscles and trabeculae carneae muscles. 2 ventricles are present with right ventricle. It pumps blood into the pulmonary trunk, and left ventricle. It pumps blood into the aorta. Do you know that how thick the myocardium is? Let's see. It is surprising that the thickness of myocardium varies according to the function of the chamber. Atria are thin-walled, deliver blood to adjacent ventricles. Ventricle walls are much thicker and stronger. Right ventricle supplies blood to the lungs, little flow resistance. Left ventricle wall is the thickest to supply systemic circulation. It is important to know that the myocardium of left ventricle is much thicker than the right. Blood follow a complicated pathway through the heart. It moves from right atrium through tricuspid valve to right ventricle and through pulmonary semilunar valve to pulmonary arteries, from where it goes towards lungs, and through pulmonary veins blood moves to left atrium, through tricuspid valve blood moves to left ventricle, then through aortic semilunar valve it enters aorta and then enters the systemic circulation and visit all the body organs to carry oxygen from cell to cell. This picture highlights the pathway of blood through the heart and lungs. Learn how oxygenated and deoxygenated blood move in the body. Arrows in the picture show the direction of flow of blood in different directions. Have you ever learned about the coronary circulation? Coronary circulation is the functional blood supply to the heart muscle itself. Collateral routes ensure blood delivery to heart even if major vessels are occluded. Do you know how blood maintained to flow in single direction? Are there some checkpoints? Yes, these are the valves. Atrioventricular and semilunar valves. Atrioventricular, AV, valves lie between the atria and the ventricles. AV valves prevent backflow into the atria when ventricles contract. Chordae tendineae anchor AV valves to papillary muscles. Semilunar valves prevent backflow of blood into the ventricles. Aortic semilunar valve lies between the left ventricle and the aorta. Pulmonary semilunar valve lies between the right ventricle and pulmonary trunk. This picture shows the positioning of various valves that allow the flow of blood from one chamber to the other, like bicuspid and tricuspid valves. In this picture, you can see the atrioventricular valve is open while blood is returning to the heart. It goes to atria, put pressure against on atrioventricular valve to open it. As the ventricles filled, these valves closed, as you can see in this picture. Let's understand the function of semilunar valve. As the ventricles contact and intraventricular pressure rises, the blood pushes up against semilunar valve, forcing them open. However, when the ventricles relax and intraventricular pressure falls, blood flow back from arteries, filling the cusps of semilunar valves and forcing them to close. In this way, opening and closing of semilunar valves occur. Now learn the anatomy of cardiac muscles. These are striated, short, fat, branched, and interconnected. The connective tissue endomysium acts as both tendon and insertion. Intercalated discs anchor cardiac cells together and allow free passage of ions. Heart muscle behaves as a functional syncytium. This is the muscular structure of the heart, showing individual cell with nucleus, sarcolemma, I band and a bands. This picture shows complete circulation. This picture shows complete circulatory system. Here is the distribution of blood in cardiovascular system. It comprises of 9% in pulmonary vessels, 7% in heart, 7% to 13% in systemic capillaries and 64% in systemic veins and venules. Thanks for watching. Like and share this video. Subscribe this channel to get more informative videos and to become part of a growing scientific community.